High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 Utah Elite 8 basketball tournament. I am Dusty Litzer. Thanks for joining us. Got a very good matchup. Copper Hills taking on Layton Lancers. Layton won the state championship a year ago, but they got a lot of pieces gone. Dries Blackman's now gone. He's a gaucho. And then also Julian Blackman, his younger brother, who is on the team, is not playing this weekend. Got some injuries, got things he's going to get over, so we will not see him tonight. Short-handed night for Layton, and it's been a tough start of the year, but they have some guys to look out for. Jacoby Kemp, one of them, the guy returning from last year. He plays very well, and he's going to have to play well tonight for Layton to have a chance. Copper Hills, this is a team that's been together forever, it seems. For those of us who covered high school basketball, Preston Sanchez has been starting since he was a freshman for Coach Blanchard. He's a guy you have to look out for tonight. Got a terrific handle. He can shoot from the outside, does all the little things. And then Porter Hawkins, the big guy in the middle. This is a guy that scored nearly 40 points against Lone Peak last year in the state tournament, and he has had a terrific career for Copper Hills. You know, some players and a couple keys. We'll come back. It'll be opening tip-off. You are watching High School Rewind's coverage of the 2015 Utah Elite 8 basketball tournament on highschoolrewind.com. Hawkins and Kemp will jump it up. Caught on its way down, and it's Copper Hills' ball to start the ball game. Trevor Hoffman now to Preston Sanchez, up top to Hawkins. Now here's Stockton Shorts. Sanchez will pull for three, and that's a four-year starter knocking down the triple to start this game. It's been a tough start of the year for Layton as the reigning champs. Frank Jackson and the Knights came into their building, played them tough. Off the steal, Sanchez to Hawkins, got caught underneath the hoop. Sanchez sends out. And now Hoffman fouled on the floor. The foul will go to Dallin Watts. Hoffman to Charlie Olson. Olson is fouled by Kemp and will inbound again on the floor. Hoffman to Trigger, gets it into Hawkins. Hawkins dribbled out of bounds, and we'll go back. We'll go with, rather, the Lancers. The floor with Dallin Watts. Off the screen, Watts. Fouled away from the ball. That's on Armitstead, and that's Armitstead's second. Coach Kelby Miller's got a lot of changes to deal with. Sanchez inside to Porter Hawkins, and Porter couldn't finish. Ball slapped away by Chandler Obrey. Quick on the run now with Dallin Watts. Watts fouled by Sanchez. It will inbound near side. Watts kick over to Kemp, pulls for three. Jacoby Kemp from downtown. A year ago, Jacoby Kemp had an outstanding tournament here at the Utah Elite 8. He's going to need to do that again for the Lancers. Down the lane, Stockton Shorts, can't get it to go. Hawkins with the board and putback.
Putback by Porter Hawkins.
Quickly up the floor with the Lancers. Watts send over to Kemp. Kemp steps inside the arc, can't get it to go. Find inside, Obrey, and one. And Obrey misses the +1. All tied up at 5 up the floor now with Trevor Hoffman. Now to Preston Sanchez up top to Porter Hawkins. Hawkins to Hoffman. Try to slip that inside to Shorts, and it's picked off down the floor. Here's Watts. Was a starter last year for Coach Miller. Send out Jacoby Kemp. Thought about it, put it on the deck, can't get it to go. Hawkins with the board ahead to Hoffman. Hoffman, another caught on the floor. His dad, obviously a Padres fan. If he's not, he should be. One of the great closers of all time. Stockton Shorts hands back to Preston Sanchez. Sanchez, step back three. Buried. Preston Sanchez, a four-year starter for the Grizzlies. Coach Blanchard's got to like what he's seen from the beginning part of this game with Sanchez. Here's Watts. Out of bounds off Sanchez, will stay here. Watts gets it in to Kemp. Now Blake Hansen. Jacoby for three. Jacoby Kemp rolls in his second triple. And it's now 8-all, 4:40 remaining in the first quarter. Hoffman, lob inside to Hawkins. Has a long hook shot. Obrey with the board. Now to Kemp along the baseline. Sent out Watts. Down the lane, Watts left hand and good. Well done by Watts. Sanchez the other way, gets the contact, will go to the line. No, Cal on the floor. That'll be the 15th foul against the Lancers. Will be inbound along the baseline. Charlie Olsen can't get it to go. Tracked down by Sanchez, but stolen by Blake Hansen. Hansen on the push. Hansen takes the bump, gets the bucket. And it's now a 4-point lead. Chatelain has got to stop the ball there, but didn't. Hawkins up top, Charlie Olsen. Olsen down the lane, floated up, no. Got his own board and scores. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Layton looking sharp. There's Jacoby Kemp, got 6 points in the quarter from range. Hanging on a pivot. Now to Obrey. Obrey now Kemp again for three. 3 in the quarter for Jacoby Kemp. He likes playing in the Utah Elite Eight. They played Bingham a year ago. Jacoby lit it up from the outside. Stockton Schwartz can't get it to go. Hawkins knocked it out of bounds and will go the other way with Layton. When in doubt, feed Jacoby Kemp if you're the Layton Lancers to start the quarter. 5-point lead. Jaron Clayton now to Obrey. Strong start for Layton. Obrey working on Hawkins. It'll be the second personal foul on Porter Hawkins. And it'll be inbound along the baseline. Lob inside, stolen. Ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez with Hansen. Gives it up. Oh, beautiful find. Chatelain lays it up and in. This is your first chance to see Preston Sanchez play. The young man has got terrific vision and passing skills. As I mentioned earlier, he's done it for 4 years now for Coach Blanchard. Clayton hands back to Blake Hansen. And Hansen couldn't hang on. Pass a little hot and tall. That will go the other way. Here's Charlie Olsen. Sanchez, step back three. His third of the quarter. Preston Sanchez feeling it. And it's 15-13 after the triple from Sanchez. His second step back. Nasty crossover. Pardon me, we're 15 all. And one. Obrey will go to the line for the +1. Obrey with the +1.
3 points the old-fashioned way.
18-15 lead for the Lancers. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the opening frame. Chatelain. Sanchez looking for number 4. Back rim. And that's out of bounds off of Copper Hills. And we'll go the other way. Up top to Obrey. Pull for 3. He likes the nickname. Obrey from downtown. Tell you what, Layton fans, if you don't do the chant when he hits a 3 or a big play, you're just missing out on a lot of fun. Obrey from deep, and it's 20. They called it a 2. So 20-15. Inside, too strong off the glass. Austin Helmer. Now down the floor with Hansen. 5-point lead. Hansen can't get it to go, and it's Kemp with the loose ball. 40 seconds. Kemp fall away. Jay well short. Gets it back, and Kemp finishes at the rim. Jacoby Kemp with 8 points in the quarter. His first inside of the arc. Got to tell you, I'm a little surprised. Lancers 23, Grizzlies 15. Sanchez working for the last shot. Want to work on Ben Bailey. 14 seconds. Step back, now drive down the lane, got a foul on the floor. Wow. All you can do is laugh when you see something like that. Chatelaine to trigger the inbound. Gets it into Charlie Olsen, 5 seconds. 3 seconds, Olsen float it, no. Rebound loose, here's Oubre. At the horn. And at the end of one, it's Layton 23, Copper Hills 15. We got another good one here at the 2015 Utah Elite Basketball Tournament. Start of the second quarter. Did he give Oubre that three-pointer? So 23-15, we got our score adjusted there. Oubre down the lane, or probably baseline with Bailey, can't get it to go. Kemp has that one slapped away. Chatelaine off the glass, caught on the floor. First good from Chatelaine, he's got one more. And lips out the second. 7-point lead for the Lancers, 23-16. Blake Hansen ahead to Jaron Clayton. Oubre, that's going to be back court.
Copper Hills basketball.
And we'll go to Copper Hills. Chatelaine on the angle now with Shorts. Sanchez hits the deck and a foul on Kemp. As Kemp broke on that ball. Jacoby Kemp takes a seat as Skylar Turner comes on. Back rim from Sanchez, he splits the pair. 23-17. Been a long minute here in the second quarter. Clayton hands off to Oubre. Oubre working on Shorts. Turner is swatted away by Helmer. And now on the push, here's Chatelaine. Now up, Turner hands back to Sanchez. Sanchez takes the contact, can't finish at the rim, a little too crazy there. Oubre with the board, down the floor with Clayton. Here's Oubre. Now Clayton. Sanchez on the push. And a layup. Chatelaine with the bucket. And a timeout, Layton. Out of the timeout. Up the floor we go with the Lancers. Hansen. Up top, three from Oubre. Off the mark. And Chatelaine ahead. Shorts. Charge. A frustrating first half for the Copper Hills Grizzlies. But right now, for Coach Blanchard, just a lot of frustration. Ben Bailey. Here's a Libby. Libby in the corner to Bailey. Drive the lane blocked. Helmer with the swat on Oubre. Hoffman. Chatelaine for three. Buried. Chatelaine rocks the Casbah, and it's a one-point game. And that ball out of bounds off of Trevor Hoffman, and we will stay with the Lancers. Preston Sanchez takes his first break of the game. Up the floor now with Bailey, working on Trevor Hoffman. Hand back to Hansen. Hansen down the lane, swatted away by Helmer, his second block in consecutive possessions. And that's a foul on Jaron Clayton, the second, buried as well, and it's 24-23. And a ball off the hands of Bailey, and we will go the other way with Copper Hills. Chatelain up top, Helmer. Here's Stockton Shorts. Now Charlie Olson. Charlie send out Chatelain. Shorts thought about it. Drive off the glass. Can't get it to go. First is good. Second as well. 26-23. Back down the floor we go with Blake Hansen and the Lancers. Try to drop it inside Obrey. Kicked out of bounds by Helmer. Jaron Clayton. Triggers into Libby. Libby drives the baseline. Terminates and now gets the foul. Helmer got caught in the air. No, they called it travel. Zauber going with a foul call there, but they called the travel instead. And down the floor we go with the Grizzlies, a chance to extend their lead. Charlie Olson hanging on a pivot. Preston Curtis can't get number 4 to fall. Charlie Olson, he got it. Charlie Olson, the outside specialist, knocks down to 3. And it's 29-23 Grizzlies. That 3 is short, and the rebound and bucket to Blake Hansen. Quickly down the floor, Sanchez dropping inside Helmer. Helmer off the glass.
Bucket by Austin Helmer on the assist for Preston Sanchez.
Blake Hansen, 3:40 remaining in the first half. Clayton hanging on a pivot, kicks out to Brown. Clayton, that pass too hot to handle, and we'll go the other way. So back down the floor we go with Copper Hills. Hoffman hands off Sanchez, and we got a foul on Stockton Shorts. That is the 16th foul on Copper Hills. Inside of 3.5 remaining. Down to 3:20. That ball off the leg of Hansen. He did save it in. Hansen in the corner.
Out of bounds, Grizzlies basketball.
Called him out of bounds. Coach Miller not too happy. But down the floor we go with the Grizzlies. Outside to Hoffman. Hoffman drives the lane. Reverse it. Couldn't get it to go. Obrey with the board. Clayton will bring it up the floor. And it's back to Hansen. Second quarter, a different quarter for the Lancers. There's a swap by Helmer, and they got him with a foul. Be 2 free throws coming the way of Braxton Libby. First free throw good. Second lips out. 31-26. Chatelain ahead. Charlie Olson. Charlie drives the base right hand.
Laying good off the hand of Charlie Olson.
33-26. Libby on the baseline, Obrey. The 3 short, and a rebound, Preston Sanchez. Sanchez, fall away, Jay.
Preston Sanchez.
35-26, Preston Sanchez. If I remember right, that's his first bucket inside of the free throw line. Or pardon me, 3-point line. Braxton Libby. There's the travel. If the referee didn't know, the Grizzly sideline let him know that that was a traveling violation. Miller. Sent out to Sanchez. Preston working on the dribble. Obrey hanging with him. Got a little too fancy there, and we'll go the other way with Layton.
Grizzlies basketball.
The winner of this ball game is going to take on American Fork. We our first game tomorrow. We got 12 games for you here on High School Rewind. 4 today, 4 tomorrow, and the 4 on Saturday. Chatelain with the rip. And can't finish on the other end. Rebound to Clayton. And he's fouled by Preston Sanchez. It'll be free throws on the other end of the floor. That is the 8th team foul on Copper Hills. Clayton misses the front end. Rebound to Chatelain. He hands back to Hoffman. Helmer cycling through, back to Hoffman near side. Miller. Now Chatelain. Trying to get inside to Helmer and does. Helmer back to Miller. Miller traveled. Got caught underneath. Didn't know what to do with it. Here's Obrey. Libby thought about three. Outside now Miller. Floater up, no. Libby couldn't get the putback. Helmer comes away with the board, 19 seconds remaining. Fans wanting a foul call, ball still going crazy. And there's the foul. It'll be 2 free throws on the other end of the floor with 15 seconds remaining. Chatelain got the first, rattles home the second. And folks, that's a 22-3 run here in the second quarter. 15 seconds remaining in the second. A 22-3 run for Copper Hills. Up the floor we go, 10 seconds. Blake Hansen working on Trevor Hoffman. 6 seconds. 3 seconds. Obrey's got to shoot 1 second. Obrey, this will count if it goes. And it goes. Obrey at the horn. And the second quarter comes to an end. And going in the locker rooms, it's Copper Hills 37, Layton 28. A 20. We are set for second half action. Dusty Lister with you at American Fork High School, our 4th and final game. We're in the final 2 quarters of the opening day of the Utah Elite 8 basketball tournament. Copper Hills had a huge second quarter. They took the quarter 22-5. Porter Hawkins.
A nice little jump hook from Porter Hawkins.
Saddle with foul trouble in the first half. Porter Hawkins gets on the board. Drop it inside Jacoby Camp. He dealt with some foul trouble after having a big first quarter. Loses the handle, and we'll go the other way with the Grizzlies. Here's Preston Sanchez up top, Stockton Shorts on the angle. Charlie Olsen. Camp with the board. See if the Lancers can find some offense in the quarter. Shorts with the poke. Olsen got a little fancy. Going the other way, Jaron Clayton with the flyby from Sanchez. And it's 39-30. Here's Hoffman, hands off Sanchez. Long range 2 off the mark, rebound to Dallin Watts. Watts ahead to Kemp. Off the mark, rebound Olsen ahead to Sanchez. Sanchez to the rim, takes the foul from Kemp. Fell hard to the floor. It'll be 2 free throws for Sanchez. Sanchez had 12 points in the first half. Got 14 now in the game. 41-30. Up the floor now with Watts. There he's slapped away. Here's Clayton along the baseline. Obrey can't finish, and the rebound to Shorts. Stockton on the run. Hoffman to Rose. Olsen drop it inside Hawkins. Hawkins again. Porter Hawkins. Kid scored nearly 40 points against Lone Peak in the first round last year. Very, very good post player. Oh, nice move and find. Armitstead finds Obrey. Armitstead saddle of foul trouble. You had the three leaders on the team really without Julian Blackman on the floor. All in foul trouble in the first half. Speaking of Armitstead, Kemp, and Dallin Watts. Stockton Shorts along the baseline. Foul by Obrey. And it'll be Stockton Shorts at the line. The second finds net as well. 45-32. Up the floor now with Boston Armitstead. Dallin Watts thought about three. Now Obrey gets the up and under. Can't get it to go. And Porter Hawkins with a foul. I believe that's his third. And it'll put Dallin Watts at the line. And Obrey, through the sounds of the cheerleaders, knocks down both free throws. 45-34. Here's Sanchez off the double screen. Nice take and finish. Preston Sanchez with 16 points. Armitstead has that ball stolen by Charlie Olsen. Stockton Shorts can't finish. Nice D by Kemp. And then a foul on Clayton. And that will be the third team foul, rather, on the Lancers. So that's the second on Clayton. 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Here's Sanchez. Nice D by Clayton. Terrific defense by Jaron Clayton, but we'll stay here with Copper Hills. Nice find inside. Hawkins. He's enjoying himself a third quarter. Hawkins only had 2 points in the first half. Watts got lucky without a carry there. Here's Obrey down the lane and no. Crawls off. Hawkins. Stockton Shorts, 4-3.
4-3. Stockton Shorts.
Up top now with Clayton. Try to lob inside to Kemp. Too tall. And we'll go the other way. Out of the timeout. Full court pressure coming from the Lancers. They got to speed this game up. Ahead with Stockton Shorts. Hawkins, big fella, finishes. He had a flush on his mind. He goes through Obrey and able to finish at the rim. Porter Hawkins will go to the line for the +1. Hawkins completes the three-point play, and it's now a 21-point game, 55-34. The way this game opened in the first quarter, we talked about it surprised us, but the Lancers so short-handed, and then dealing with foul trouble just doesn't help their cause. Bailey pulls for three, off the mark, rebound taken by Olsen. Shorts on the push. Stockton in the lane, sent out. Cross court, Sanchez, 4-3. Preston Sanchez. His fourth triple of the game. His first since the first quarter. And it's now 58-34. Jumper from Obrey. 58-36. Clayton loses the handle. Bailey battling it out with Rose. Still trying to get rid of it. Timeout taken by Coach Miller. So wipes off the bucket from Sanchez. Ahead with Dallin Watts. Bailey to Kemp. Kemp finishes. Now pressure defense. Ball's loose. Watts gets on it. Gets it to Bailey. Floater from Clayton. Just like that, 4 quick points after the timeout. Here's Preston Sanchez. Ball's loose, picked up by Obrey. Obrey ahead to Watts. Watts will jump it. No. Rebound to Shorts. And now a foul. We'll see if it goes on Watts or if that's on Obrey. And that goes on Dallin Watts. the jersey known as Bracken Funk, the PA man here. Made it lighthearted. Chatelain fouled and a bucket. Nothing funny about that. As Chatelain goes through the bump, gets the bucket. He'll go to the line looking to extend the lead.
3 points the old-fashioned way.
Chatelain now bumps it up to 21. Watts, cross court Bailey. Bailey put it on the floor. Nice find inside. Obrey reverse it, can't get it. Cleans up his own mess.
Rebound put back, Chandler Obrey.
Chandler Obrey having himself quite the day. Watts with this rip. Wops with, no, it crawls off. Rebound Shorts, picked up by Chatelain. Watts thought for sure he was fouled, but didn't get the call. Here's Hoffman. Oh, ripped again by Watts. Watts sizing him up, and there's the foul. Watts hit the first, back rims his second. But Jacoby Kemp keeps it alive, and he's fouled at the hoop. Foul will go against Austin Helmer, and that is the third team foul on the Grizzlies. Had an outstanding first quarter. The whole Layton Lancer team did. He misses both free throws. Watts tracks down the board, and that's two straight offensive boards off of free throws. Kemp misses the three. And a rebound to Chatelain. And it's now up the floor with Hoffman. Sheldon Chatelain working on Clayton. Hard to the hole, Clayton with him. Helmer got the board, can't finish. Kemp with the defensive rebound. Now on the run with the Lancers. Watts loses the handle. No, they say off of Hoffman. And we'll stay here. Inside of 1 minute remaining in the third. Watts can't get the three to fall. Back down the floor we go with the Grizzlies. The good thing is we get to watch Preston Sanchez. Let's see what kind of handles he shows. Sanchez working on Watts. That could have been a foul either way, no whistle. And now the foul on Watts. He stuck the knee out as Sanchez was going to get by him. And now Sanchez will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. As Jared Tanner comes on. Hanson back to Bailey. Bailey tried to drop it into Kobe Kemp. We'll stay here. Got to get it in. Bailey does to Clayton. Clayton working on Hoffman. Fall away Jay short. Popped out. It'll be tracked down by Obrey with 15 seconds remaining. Here's Obrey. Chandler down the lane. Left hand crawls off. Chatelain with the board. 5 seconds remaining up the floor now with Hoffman. Hoffman, hard to the hole, left hand, no. And that'll do it for the third quarter. After 3 quarters, it's the Grizzlies 63 and the Layton Lancers 43. Start of the fourth and final frame. In the fourth and final game of the first day of the tournament. Ben Bailey on the angle, Hanson. Here's Obrey. Try to find inside the camp, has poked away. Now on the run with Chatelain. Chatelain in the corner, Preston Sanchez for 3. And a rebound to Obrey. Here's Kemp. Been quiet since the first quarter. Dealt with some foul trouble in the first half. Bailey now in the corner. Clayton. Here's Watts. Oh, pardon me, that's Hanson. Now Obrey in the corner. Bailey steps inside the arc and a long range 2 off the mark. Can't fall away Jay. And the rebound taken by Hawkins. On the run now with Olsen. Sanchez drives the base, reverses back, finds Hawkins. And Hawkins buries it.
Carter Hawkins off the assist from Preston Sanchez.
Off the screen, Bailey has that one poked away. Clayton will track it down near side. Try to go to the corner, and that's knocked out of bounds by Sanchez. Here, Ben Bailey. Drive the base, swatted away.
Foul on the play.
And we got a foul. It'll put Blake Hansen at the line. The second short as well. Down the floor we go with Chatelain and Copper Hills. Been knocking on the door of being one of the best teams and one of the better teams in 5A, and this is certainly the year they've got to make hay, if you will. And Hawkins with the bump and bucket. Hawkins at the line, knocks down the free throw. And like that, it's 68-43 as Copper Hills, most likely, without barring something crazy. Copper Hills and American Fork will lead off our action tomorrow. We'll have another 4 games for you right here on highschoolrewind.com. As that's a turnover from Layton. We'll go back down the floor with Copper Hills. And that should be an entertaining game with all the guards that Copper Hills throws at you to see the matchup with Spencer Johnson and crew. Sanchez wanted a foul, didn't get it, and we'll go the other way with Layton. Armitstead gets it inside to Obrey. Obrey fouled along the baseline. Try to lob into Kemp. Kemp goes up, can't finish. Porter Hawkins with the board, now ahead. We go with the Grizzlies as Trevor Hoffman gives up to Preston Sanchez. Sanchez. Again, trying to draw a call, not going to get one. Going after Obrey. 68-43, 5:10 on a rolling clock here in the fourth quarter. Foul on Trevor Hoffman. Kemp loses the handle, picked up by Porter Hawkins. Here's Chatelain. Hands back to Hoffman. Grizzlies will start shortening this game down. Hoffman now, or pardon me, that was Chatelain to Hoffman. And a nice night for the Grizzlies. We mentioned that second quarter was the difference in this ball game. They did not play well in the first quarter. Lancers played outstanding. Hawkins tried to get in the action from downtown, couldn't get it. That ball's out of bounds off of Miller. And we'll go with Layton. It's up the floor now with Watts off the screen. Obrey. Obrey will pull for long range 2. And Chandler Obrey. He's had himself a nice night and a night of frustration. Basketball offers you a lot of opportunities to see what you did well, and Chandler Obrey has certainly done a lot of good things tonight. I believe he has a double-double on the evening. And the second rolls in as well. 70-45. As you mentioned, the way this game started, didn't see this really happening. That ball's out of bounds. Mentioned Copper Hills will be taking on American Fork tomorrow. We have 4 games for you tomorrow. That ball out of bounds, and we will go with Copper Hills. Quickly up the floor. Here's Hoffman. And we'll play a little bit of keep-aways. There's a steal from Jaron Clayton. It'll be 2 free throws coming the way of Chatelain. And then at 4:55, we will have Olympus versus Davis. That should be a fun one. And on the other side, of course, we already set that up. Skyview versus Bingham should be outstanding. Set 3 off the mark from Armitstead. Another board for Obrey. Obrey jump it and score it.
18-foot jumper off the hands of Chandler Obrey. Swish.
And then, of course, we'll have American Fork taking on Copper Hills. Our 4 games coming to you tomorrow from the Utah Elite 8. Crept inside of 3 minutes. And that ball out of bounds off of Clayton, and we'll go with the Grizzlies. And of course, you want to see the best basketball coverage in the state of Utah. Tune in every day at 1, 6, and 10 p.m. on Xfinity Channel 6 to see Xfinity Sports Report. Myself and Dane Stewart. That ball out of bounds off of Copper Hills, and we will go to Layton. Talk about the Lancers won the 5A state championship. That run started right here at Utah Elite 8. They played really well in that tournament. Obrey's shot is short, but lost some key components from that team a year ago. Well, in Region 2, which is it's an opportunity for Layton to be in the state tournament. With the way that the state tournament is preceded, they'll be able to do that. Look at Copper Hills, Region 3. That's a crazy good region at the moment. They do have their opportunity to be very, very good. 3 on the way and off the mark. Rebound cleared out by Skylar Turner. On the push. Leave it back for Kemp. And that's short. Ball still loose. And now another jump ball. And we will stay here with Layton. And Michael Miller, number 13. Jumper from Turner. Back rimmed. Rebound to Helmer. Up the floor now with Blackham. Blackham send out to Johnson. Lose the handle, picked up by Clayton. One minute and 40 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Turner, a series of spins and a bucket.
Jump hook good from Skylar Turner.
Quickly down the floor. Oh, nice ball fake and finish. Well done by Jared Tanner. 74-49. Here's Jacoby Kemp. Kemp drive the lane, gets a foul. It'll be Jacoby on the line. Since mentioned he had the foul trouble, got him out of rhythm. And it's been all Copper Hills since the first. Miller will drive, and he's fouled. That's Brooks Kokola. It's a dangerous foul by Brooks. But luckily, nothing happened there for Miller. Michael Miller will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw was good. The second off the mark. 75-49. 50 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Drop it inside, Turner. Turner couldn't get it to go. Rebound still loose. That's off the hands of Kokola. We'll go the other way with Copper Hills. Blackham has a ball poked away from behind by Truman Brown. Turner ahead to Libby. Libby, now Turner, send out. Brown can't get the 3 to fall. And it's Blackham coming out of the scrum. Blackham ahead to Miller. Miller to the rack. Too strong, and a rebound collected by Ben Bailey. 20 seconds remaining now here in the fourth quarter. Floater off the glass, couldn't get it to go. Ball out of bounds off of Copper Hills, and we'll stay here with Layton. 8 seconds. 8 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. Lob into Turner, 7 seconds. Turner jump hook, no. Rebound collected by Copper Hills, and that'll do it. The Copper Hills Grizzlies will move on to the second round of the winner's bracket in the Utah Elite 8 tournament. A convincing 75-49 win over 5A reigning champion Layton Lancers. Again, our final score, Copper Hills 75, Layton 49. Stay tuned for our post-game wrap-up and our high school rewind player of the game selection. And welcome back again. Our final score, a big win, 75-49 for the Copper Hills Grizzlies. Preston Sanchez, our high school rewind player of the game, had an outstanding game for Copper Hills, scored a lot of points, as what he did everywhere else. But Copper Hills in this game, first quarter for Layton, was all about Jacoby Kemp and a number of guys for the Lancers. But the second quarter, Preston Sanchez settled the team down, and they took over. In the second half, they just ran away. Porter Hawkins got going, and everything went the way of Copper Hills for a big win, a big convincing win. They'll move on tomorrow and take on American Fork in the winner's bracket, but a big win for Copper Hills. For Layton, a lot of things they're going to have to figure out. We talked about all the different changes they have going on. The guys ready to come back from injury, but a lot of things to learn for Copper Hills, and we'll certainly have the rest of their tournament right here for you on highschoolrewind.com. Again, our final score, the Copper Hills Grizzlies 75, the Layton Lancers 49, a big win for Copper Hills. Moving on to the winner bracket here in the Utah Elite 8 tournament. Our high school rewind player of the game, Preston Sanchez. For Vince Francis, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us. You can continue to follow our coverage of the 2015 Utah Elite 8 basketball tournament right here on highschoolrewind.com.